A butterfly has flapped its wings. A chair has been moved ever so slightly. And in this new universe, we are asking ourselves the question, what if? Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy, The Geek Takeover, and today I am bringing you on a debut episode of a brand new series that I'm starting called What If, where I'm going to travel back in time, change one thing ever so slightly, and essentially fantasy book how life would be now. And what better way to start this debut series than talking about the late, great Chadwick Boseman, if he didn't pass away and stayed the Black Panther. Now, at the time that I'm recording this video, we are coming up on the 5-year anniversary of his passing. I still remember where I was. I'm sure a lot of you do as well, that was such an unexpected thing to happen in such a tragic year. So I hope that I'm going to honor the legacy of Chadwick Boseman by essentially saying what would happen if he didn't pass away. So without further ado, let's jump into part 1, which is going to be the Black Panther sequel, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Now, originally, obviously, we know in this movie, T'Challa dies, Shuri becomes Black Panther, Queen Ramona dies, Namor is introduced, and so on and so forth. Now, in this new universe, Ryan Coogler has revealed in the past that the original story would have focused on T'Challa coming back to reality after being blipped away for 5 years, and also coming to the terms of being a father and missing 5 years of that child's life. And in this new universe, Namor still threatens Wakanda in the same way that he did in Wakanda Forever, where the vibranium is being taken from the ocean and he does not like that. And in this same universe, I'm going to also still include Shuri becoming the Black Panther. Now you're probably wondering, how is Shuri going to fit in as the Black Panther? Well, I believe T'Challa is still going to play pretty much the same role that Shuri did, try to have peace, cannot find peace, and ultimately there goes to be a war with Atlantis. And Namor in this movie is still going to kill Queen Ramona, who is going to die. Instead of protecting Nakia, she's going to die protecting T'Challa Jr. And I think Namor is going to kidnap the child. And during the passing of this movie, or the passing of Queen Ramona, I believe Shuri is going to take that harp-shaped herb. She's going to become the Black Panther, so that way she could help her brother fight Namor. So maybe take Ironheart out of the movie and replace her kind of with Shuri as far as like the second hero, or replace Okoye with her. So at that point, now we have 2 Black Panthers, T'Challa and Shuri, just how it always should be. And ultimately, I believe the movie will end the same. T'Challa has an ultimate fight with Namor on the beach. I believe he has Namor dead to rights. He's going to show him mercy. But instead, this time around, I think he's going to show him mercy because his son is there. His son is watching and he wants to become a good example as a father. That's what I truly believe. And the post-credit scene for this movie can now set up Shuri as the Queen and Black Panther of Wakanda, whereas T'Challa decides he wants to venture off and go to New York, maybe, so that way he can be a part of the Avengers for any future events and movies. Now, that leads us into part 2, T'Challa's role in the Avengers and future movies. I, along with others, truly believe that T'Challa would have been a main focusing point of Marvel. I believe if everything went according to plan and if Sony played nice, you're looking at characters like Black Panther, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, maybe Captain Marvel, maybe the Fantastic Four, as like pillars of this next phase of Marvel. With that being said, I do think T'Challa probably would have been, if we're comparing those group of people to the core 6 Avengers, I would say T'Challa would be a mix of Steve and Tony. Probably more so towards Tony because he would be the brains, the money, and the leadership. Just the leader of the Avengers. Whereas I think he'll represent the strength that Steve had and the honor that he also did. So that's kind of like where I kind of sit with. he would have been a main focus point for the Avengers team, and he would have been the glue that kept them together. That's going to jump us straight into part 3. This one is now going to start talking about spin-offs, because the last role that we got Chadwick in was the T'Challa Star-Lord during the What If specials. 2 things that I think would be different with this. Obviously, AC Bradley talked about there were ideas of wanting to do a T'Challa Star-Lord spin-off series. I think we would have had at least 2 seasons going on a 3rd season of that by now. I think T'Challa Star-Lord was probably easily the best character in What If Season 1. He was the most enjoyable. I think he was the funniest, and that's just not because he passed away. I just think he was the most likable character on that roster, at least one of the most likable. And I definitely think that the way that Captain Carter was shoved down our throats through Season 2 and Season 3, I think that would have been probably replaced by him. I do think Captain Carter would have still played a big role. I just think T'Challa would have been that big a role, because again, like I said, I do think Chadwick Boseman really would have been the guy for Marvel. He was the golden boy. I solely believe that. And that's going to jump us into kind of our last part of this, is just something a little selfish for me, because I'm a Captain America fan. I'm a Black Panther fan. I would have loved to have seen Sam Wilson and T'Challa team up. Obviously, we know Sam got his wings from Wakanda. We know Bucky obviously has ties in with Wakanda. I think it would have been great to see T'Challa in the Falcon Winter Soldier series, or even the Captain America Brave New World. I could have seen him making some kind of small appearance in that, especially with the whole Zemo thing of it all. And also, we would have had some incredible leaders with those two, especially on the Avengers team. But unfortunately, that puts us back into current day, you know. Like I said, he would have been a focus point of the Avengers. He probably would be the one leading the charge against Doctor Doom. He definitely would have some highlight moments in Doomsday, if that even would be the case. Maybe I'll do another one where Jonathan Majors is still Kang. That's an idea. Maybe I'll touch on that after this. But with that being said, those are my closing thoughts. I mean, just what a guy this actor was. He really, I do think, meant a lot to a lot of people. What he brought to the role of T'Challa meant a lot. And I know a lot of people are upset that they did not recast him. I think that was a personal choice, and I am, for one, not upset by it, because I know probably come Doomsday we're going to get a new T'Challa, and I do think it's time. It's time. So with that being said, guys, that is part 1 of my What If series. If you did enjoy this deep dive, please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to drop a comment about what you think would happen if Chadwick Boseman didn't pass away. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and share with your fellow friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. And with that, guys, that is another takedown complete. And until next time, stay geeky, my friends. Down to stop production.